Good morning. It's Ada Sparks here with a word of hope. I'm in my front entrance this morning because I brought in all of these plants yesterday. Can you see all these plants? I brought in all my plants yesterday from the front porch, and look, I've got even more over here. My son's friends were saying it looked like a forest in my entry here. And I brought them all in because it's supposed to be really cold tonight, like in the 20s. And I know that if I leave them outside, they're all gonna freeze and die. And I also know that because I brought them inside, they're probably gonna go into a little bit of shock, and they're gonna lose a lot of leaves, and some of them may, pout for a little bit, and then they'll eventually come back around again. My mom has taught me that plants are a lot like people, and anytime they go through a move or they go through a big transition, that they're going to shut down for a little while, and then they're gonna bounce back. On the same note, this morning I went to send Elliot outside, but first I put a sweater on him. He was so upset with me. He pouted and pouted and pouted until I took that sweater off of him. And then eventually he came back around and he was happy again, but he punished me for a little while for putting that sweater on him. And I was like, baby, it is sweater weather. I knew that it was for his own good. And I got to thinking about how sometimes the Lord allows us to go through seasons in life where he may move us, he may transition us, he may put something on us that is for our own good, and we don't realize that it is for our own good. And it always brings me back to my scripture in Isaiah 55:8 that says, his thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. You see, he doesn't think like we think. Sometimes we say, what are you thinking? He's not thinking like we think. He sees things we don't see. He hears things we don't hear. He knows the future that we don't know. And so maybe he's moving you or transitioning you or putting a sweater on you because he knows it's sweater weather, but we don't realize it yet. We don't know there's a cold snap around the corner. So just hold on and trust him. He knows what's going on. Be wise, not afraid.